Hello and welcome to the ESL 8th grade orientation program. I'd like to welcome you on behalf of the ELL department and all of the Morris Hills administration. My name is John Romano. I'm one of the ESL teachers here at the high school, and I'll be presenting for you today. So let's begin. Um, how does a student get into the ESL program? So your sons and daughters or your students are coming from 8th grade, and it starts with the 8th grade teacher's recommendation. Beyond that, every spring, the students take either the screener or the access test. Their score on that test will determine whether they are eligible for ESL services or whether they will be exited into mainstream classes. A student who gets below a 4.5 on either test will be automatically enrolled into the ESL program, whereas then you will receive a permission slip to sign and recognize that your child will be receiving ESL. So that's something you should probably already have experienced at the middle school level. There are 3 levels of ESL here at Morris Hills High School: beginner, intermediate, and advanced. The numbers you see at the right correspond with their score on either the WIDA Access or Screener exam. Students can take 1 to 2 years of either level depending on their progress. So yes, they can repeat. And generally, we strive for students to exit the entire ESL program within 2 years. So if it takes longer, it takes longer. But our goal is to really work in depth with the students at a very rigorous level and prepare them to exit as quickly as possible. The goals of the ESL program are to improve reading, writing, speaking, and listening in English. Additionally, to learn academic language within social studies, literature, science, and math. We realize that English is the key to their success in all academic areas. We'll also help students learn the similarities and difference in American school system and cultures, and gain academic skills such as literacy, taking notes, and study skills as well. Graduation requirements for all students at Morris Hills High School, including the all ELL students, are as follows. Each full year class is worth 5 credits, as you can see. English, for your 4 years, you would need to accrue 20 credits of English, 15 of math, 15 of science, 15 of social studies, and then the other supplementary courses. To graduate, it's a total of 140 high school credits, and on average, a student takes 35 credits per year. The ESL program will consist of 15 credits of the English department. So a student will then require 1 full year English course after finishing and completing the ESL program. Here are the courses that we teach at each level. So at the beginner level, students will receive a combination of ESL beginner, literature and language, as well as integrated math and ESL beginning composition. So fairly rigorous coursework for ESL classes. At the intermediate and advanced level, it reduces to 2. So we have either intermediate or advanced ESL and then ESL composition. Okay, the first year being a year where we really dedicate a lot of the time in class to learning English. At the beginner, here are actually some explanation of details of each of the courses. ESL Beginner is focused on all language domains. So this is the course that will introduce your traditional grammar, verbs, work on social communication, listening, writing skills, etc. Accompanying that is ESL Literature and Language. This class is supplementing that with instruction on vocabulary and language related to academics. So this support class is also worth 5 elective credits. Students will take both of these in the same year. Additionally, beginner students will also take ESL Beginner Composition, which focuses more on writing and literacy skills, including basic sentence structure, reading and comprehension skills of different types of texts, as well as developing paragraph writing and vocabulary application. The last class at the beginner level is ESL Integrated Math. This is a ESL class that is co-taught with a certified math teacher as well as one of our ESL staff. The entire class made up of beginner ESL students. So the class is accommodated to meet the needs of the language needs of mathematics, but students also receive math credit for this course. All right. So second and third year ESL students will take either intermediate or advanced, which are separate sections. The focus of these courses is on developing skills at an advanced level. For example, you'll see complex grammar levels, complex verb tenses and phrasing, sentence structure and composition. Students will begin to write formal essays. They'll begin to read formal literature, fiction, nonfiction, poetry, and be able to complete independent projects, whether they're group, presentation, incorporating media, Google Slides, and video. So these courses are very intense, and they're designed to help students succeed in mainstream literature as well as science, math, and history. In addition to that one course, students will also take ESL Composition, which is comprised only of ESL intermediate and advanced students. It is also co-taught by a language arts certified teacher and one ESL teacher. So they have two teachers at the same time, focused on composition, learning different strategies for interpreting texts, responding to open-ended questions, applying content vocabulary to help prepare them for NJSLA exam, to help prepare them for success in language arts, as well as SATs and other language-based assessments. All right, so once they've completed all these courses, how does my child graduate or exit from the ESL program? Okay, so first of all, this can happen at any grade level. Freshmen can exit, sophomores, juniors, and students can even graduate still within the ESL program. Students will have different criteria. The number one criteria is their score on the access test. Obtaining a 4.5 or higher will allow them to be eligible for exiting the program. In addition to that, they would need to have passing grades in their classes, as well as positive recommendations from the ESL staff, as well as other area teachers. So we take a look at the entire picture before we recommend a student to exit the ESL program. In addition to our ESL classes that I have described, there are also opportunities for ESL teachers to support content area classes. So that could be, for example, myself, I might work with a biology teacher in order to teach a class that supports ESL students in the biology class. That could be with geometry. I've also worked with U.S. History 1 and 2 courses. So there's an opportunity, a possibility for ESL teachers to support their students within other classes as well. All right. Other supports that we have available to all ESL students, the most important being the ESL Homework Help Program. This is free and open to all ESL students. No registration is required. No signing up is required. No appointments are required. All a student needs to do is come after school, Monday through Thursday at 3 o'clock to 4 o'clock. This year, we've set it up with Google Meet and ESL instructors, so it is all virtual. They can come, they can bring assignments and get one-on-one help with any assignments they have in any of their courses from bilingual instructors and or an ESL teacher that they already know. We also have Tuesday and Thursday at 7:30 a.m. to 8:05 a.m., the same program with Mr. Maravi, who will help them with whatever assignments they need. So this is something that's always available. And we really encourage students to take advantage of it. We also have developed an ESL summer enrichment program. This happens throughout the summer. Please be aware that we will send information regarding the program, typically in the spring, where you can register. Again, this is free of charge. It is in the morning, typically 1 to 2 weeks long, from 9 a.m. to 12, Monday to Friday. This happens in July and August. Usually, there are two separate sessions where students can come and practice English, learn, study, and written as well as reading comprehension skills. And it's fun, it's not graded, but it's a great opportunity for students to prepare in the summer and get ready for the upcoming school year without losing valuable skills in English. In addition to academics, we have a great number of extracurricular opportunities here at Morris Hills High School. We encourage all ESL students to get involved with either clubs or sports or other activities at the school. I've seen in my 12 years of teaching that students who participate in sports and clubs will learn English faster simply because they're required to use and apply their skills in a different setting. They make friends, they get to see and learn more about themselves, and they are typically find a lot of happiness and success participating in these programs. Additionally, colleges and universities prefer that students are active in their school. So it's only something that will help when it comes time for college applications. To participate in a sport, a student must complete, there's a sign-in form online, as well as have a physical exam. There will be meetings and lots of information throughout the school year. Here is a sampling of the sports we offer. I also have included a link to the school website that shows all of the sports we offer. If you look down below on the orientation website, you will find that link, as well as a tour of the school and other graduation requirements, all for you to look at your own convenience. Once again, I wanted to thank you for your time. We really appreciate whenever parents are involved, when guardians take some initiative and really inform themselves as all the resources that we have here at the school. If there are any other questions that you have, please direct them directly to any of the ESL teachers you see listed here on the screen, whether it's Jen Zirkle, myself, John Romano, or Mr. Jose Moravi. Please email us directly at any time, and we can either answer your question or forward you to the appropriate place, whether it's guidance, attendance, or the athletics department. Thank you so much, and look forward to meeting everyone and getting started next year with a successful year.